Hi guys, so you join me today. I'm on the Aire and Calder on the Goole stretch. So I've only set up a short line. I ain't gone very long today, so top 4 plus 3 sections. Very windy day, so there's pointless putting bait out long when I won't be able to present out there. And I've got a short line as well. So yeah, I'm gonna chuck a tip and then go on the pole, see how we get on. I've had a few quick chucks now on tip and not even had an indication, so I'm going to give it this last 5 minutes and then come off and go on pole. So this is my first put out on pole. I didn't have out on feeder. Had a few quick chucks on it but not even an indication. And to be honest, Goole's one of them where there's not that many fish usually get caught on a feeder, but I like to rest my other lines for a little bit. I'm just going to go on it now. That wind's calmed down a little bit, but it's still blowing quite strong, so I'm not even going to attempt a long line. Hopefully I'll be able to get my head down on this and just keep putting fish in net. That's the main aim. Hopefully get a few bites. It's good conditions, just the wind's quite strong. I've also got a short line that I'll keep throwing a bit of bait in. I had a bite then, so that's a good sign. So I'll just keep throwing that bit of bait short, bit of hemp and just odd pinkies. And then you never know, I could get a nice run later on that one. For now I'm going to get my head down, try catch a few fish. There we go, that's the first one up. It's always nice to get your first fish. I had an indication and a bite before. But it don't seem too bad. It's not massive, but I'm going to net it. That's not a bad one. Dumpy little fish. I've got soft elastic in here. I like to fish a little bit softer when that wind's blowing, just in case it blows your pole while you're playing a fish. It just gives you that extra little bit of movement without losing them. Pop my net back. Lay it to the side just because on these paths you do get the odd bike and dog walker going up, so don't want out laying across the pathway you don't have to. Just change my pinky and then I'll go again. Just lay my rig back in, present it best I can, hold on to it. It's not going to be the easiest match, but just try and get everything accurate where I can. Still need to lose feed. There we go. And yeah, just run my rig through. So I've fed 5 balls on that. Mix that I like to use on these canals is a sweet skimmer and the Black River, so I like the sweet skimmer, especially on here because you do catch quite a lot of them skimmers on this line, so I like to have a bit of that in, and then the river makes it a bit heavier as well and dark, so that's a mix that I like to use. Used it all year and probably longer, to be honest. I do change it sometimes, but this is a mix that I feel confident on this year. I've had a few more skimmers than what I usually have, and I think it is down to using that mix. There we go, I've got another one now. A few better fish showing, which is always good. What's that? That's a little skimmer. Not massive fish, but there's a lot of them hand size ones in Goole, and you get the odd one about a pound and a half. But whenever I'm getting bites, fish are quite dumpy. I'm just going to keep doing the same, put my rig out, fire a few pinkies over, feed that short line, and just keep repeating. I just laid my rig in again, feed me pinkies. That wind seems to have calmed down a little bit. Still blowing. I've got quite a big bush behind me, so it's a bit protected here. But out there it was a bit wild this morning, to be honest. Not the best conditions for fishing in, especially with a pole, but needs must. And, obviously fishing's pretty decent. It's helping that, if anything. Oh, a bit bigger than what I thought, that one. Nice chunky roach. So it's second hour and I'm still plodding away on this line. Still feeding it, just as I said. I've topped up with a little ball. Fish started getting a bit smaller and a bit hard to come by, so I topped up. And then they come straight back, which is always a good sign. So the rig that I'm using, so I'm using a gram Kerry today. I normally use a 0.75, but with this wind, just upped it there a little bit, just so I've got a bit more control over the float, and it seems to be working. Got a few better fish, just fish that just touching bottom, just so it's tripping. So the canal does move, it doesn't stand still, or if it does, it's not very good. But today it's moving, so you're just fishing it a bit like a river, running it down, holding on to it certain parts and letting it go. There we go, another skimmer. Nice chunky fish. That's what we like of them size fish. But yeah, like I say, the rig's a gram. Tie them all on 0.13 power, just find it tangles less when you're shipping in and out all the time. There's no need for too much finesse on these sort of canals. Maybe if I'm fishing a narrow canal, I'd change my main line to a little bit lighter. But for these, 0.13 power line on all of them. And then just shot a nice tapered, just so it falls through nicely. Yeah, nice size 20 and 10s of fish. Got a nice wide gape in the hook. 20 is big enough, to land most stuff on it. Don't think I've pulled out about because of the size of the hook, so yeah, it's a way to go. Gotta have a fight with wind. Just pull back and hold onto the pole a little bit while that gust passes. It's not very nice conditions, but once that gust passes, I'll be able to go back out. For now, I'm just holding on and hoping for the best. There we go, that gust has passed. So back out with my rig, just lay it in as if I'd just gone back out, feed some more pinkies over, and then run my rig down again. But yeah, if it's too bad, it's pointless just holding on and hoping for it. Just ship your pole back a little bit, you get a bit more control. Less likely for it to break that way. So I'm going to stop filming there for a bit, and then land this roach, get my head down, and catch a few fish. And I'll catch up with you in an hour or so. I'm just going to feed a little ball on my line. It's gone a bit iffy, so I'm going to give it a rest and then chuck feeder. See if there's any indications on that. I'll probably give it 5-10 minutes and then go back onto this line. See if help's arrived. Sometimes you just need that little bit of time to settle, so it's always good to have another line to go to just while you do that. So I'm back out on my normal line. I didn't get anything on that tip again, so it's one of them days, but sometimes you just need to chuck it just to see what happens. It might go around. I normally get the odd indication on it, but like I say, today, and if it does, it could be a big fish and they can be the difference just while you're resting a line, not wasting too much time. If it makes your other line better, just giving it that little rest. As you can see, I've just come back onto this line now and the fish on it already. So there's loads of fish in this canal, to be honest. I love fishing these matches on here. It's only a little one, but they all count. Looking up and down, I can't see too much going on, but the pegs on this stretch, well, most of the canal to be fair, are very generous, let's say, so you're not on top of each other, you do get a lot of room, so you can only see a couple of people. It's very hard to see much further than that, and when you're catching small fish like I am today, it's hard to see what's going on around you. Sometimes miss if someone gets the odd big fish, so best thing to do is just to get your head down and keep putting fish in net, because it's usually tight come end of match, and then odd fish can make a difference. But yeah, just keep rinsing and repeating. Not much to it, to be honest. Like I say, just put your rig in nice, hold it, drop that last little bit, keep that bait going through water. I think that's dead important, especially on this canal. Not loads, but a few pinkies all the time, bit of emp, and I think they'll watch it through, keep moving your rig through, and yeah, you'll keep catching. Just another small little roach. Just keep feeding that net. Just missed a bite there. Looks like it popped. It's always best if you miss a bite and you're not too sure. I felt it, so bumped one off. Yeah, my pinky's popped. It's always best to come and check it. Put a fresh one on if you're in doubt. Sometimes if it's not popped and it's still wiggling away after you've caught a fish, I will go back out using it. But if it looks slightly stretched or damaged or anything, don't even question it. Just what time it takes, just change it. It's better to check and go out with a fresh one than it is to sit there with a popped one. You're definitely not catching out on that. There we go, just fresh pinky on, back out, a few pinkies over the top. It's all about just keeping them fish coming, going into these last part of match. Yeah, it's turned out a nice day, to be honest. Apart from that wind, it's not cold, got no rain, so it's not too bad. Another little roach. Not massive, but still going in net, still getting bites, which is the main. It's nice just watching it float, go under and catching a few fish, to be honest. So I'm going to catch one more. Hopefully you've seen enough to be able to come out and do it yourself. Yeah, it's one of them. Should get on there. Another little roach. So stamp is a bit smaller, but I've had a lovely day catching lots of fish. Yeah, I'm going to leave it there and I'll let you know how I get on when I get home. So I'm back home now, and to be honest, I had a lovely day's fishing despite the wind, and I've ended up with 4 kilo 900 and summit, which has been third in my 14 pegs, so right happy with that. I think there were 5 kilo 200 and a 5 kilo 100 up other end at section. So yeah, plenty of fish, team points in the bag. That's what it's all about. Hope you've enjoyed the video and thanks for watching. Cheers guys.